I never thought a prestigious university could hide such a dark secret. It was 11:47 at night when I got the call. "We've got a body in the central library." When I walked through those doors, the smell of old paper and fresh blood mixed like a bad joke. The victim was Julian Herrera, 22 years old, scholarship student. He lay collapsed between the criminology shelves, as if the killer wanted to leave an ironic message. No broken windows, no signs of a struggle. Whoever did this knew exactly where to strike. That same night, I interviewed 3 people. 3 faces hiding more than they were willing to say. Camila Rojas, his roommate, nervous, avoiding my eyes. She said Julian had made some enemies lately. Professor Varela, head of criminology, calm, but his answers were too rehearsed. A brilliant student, though perhaps too curious for his own good. Santiago Luna, his best friend and captain of the debate team, confident, almost defiant, and not the least bit surprised by the news. 3 possible stories, 1 murder. The next day, I went through the security footage. Nothing. Someone wiped the recordings exactly 15 minutes before the murder. In Julian's desk, I found a notebook filled with strange symbols and a list of underlined names. Among them, the 3 suspects. There was also a note. "If something happens to me, look in the forbidden archive." That archive was in the basement, in a section closed off for decades. I didn't know what I'd find behind that door, but I knew this wasn't just another murder. When I opened that door, it felt like the university itself was breathing secrets. Inside, I found documents detailing a corruption case covered up 20 years ago. And among the names involved were familiar last names: Rojas, Varela, Luna. Camila came from a family that had donated millions to the university. Varela had been an assistant back then, and Santiago's father was the prosecutor who buried the case. All 3 had motives, all 3 knew things, and the deeper I dug, the clearer it became. This wasn't an isolated murder. It was an echo of the past. Camila, Varela, Santiago. Who killed Julian? Maybe. You have a theory. The pieces finally fell into place, though not the way I expected. The truth wasn't in the documents. It was in the silences. Hidden in the archive was something everyone had missed. A letter written by Julian on the night of the murder. It wasn't a note of fear. It was an ultimatum. If I don't speak tomorrow, someone else will. That letter was addressed to Santiago Luna. Santiago thought that by erasing the cameras and silencing Julian, he could protect his family's legacy. But he made one mistake. He didn't know Julian had sent me a copy of that letter. Confronted with the evidence, Santiago confessed. It wasn't a crime of passion. It was a desperate move to keep his last name from being stained, just like his father's. As I left campus at dawn, the fog began to lift. The truth was finally out. But as the sun rose over those old walls, I couldn't help but wonder, how many more secrets lie hidden within these halls? Case closed, for now.